What's going on, guys? I'm Brandon.
I'm Nick.
And this is a 1983 Jeep Cherokee full-size Jeep. It'll shock some of you. They used to be bigger.
Yep.
But this was the last body style for the full-size Jeep, because 84 was the first year of the XJ, the mid-size, to compete against the S10 Blazers and that. But this is a project I've been playing with behind the scenes for a couple months now.
Haven't really done much to it. There was a hole in the fuel tank. We thought we patched it, but there might be another one, so we're gonna have to drop that eventually. But today, what we're gonna be doing is compound and polish, trying to make this thing look good.
We've already started on the compounding. We should have done that on camera, but
we didn't know how it was gonna turn out. So, but now we're a little bit more confident on it. But the plan for this thing is to turn it into a overlanding rig.
Yeah.
Potentially. We may not do that. That depends on how ticked off we get off at this fuel tank. But now, nice. Now Brandon's going to show you everything about this.
So, the goal with this 83 is it's going to be off-road overlanding, but I'm not going to lift it. I'm not going to do anything crazy with it. But this is what we're starting with. I mean, we've got so much build up on the undercarriage on this AMC 360. I mean, it is just bone stock as you can get. I mean, previous owners added some questionable wiring, but I mean, the off-road lights do work. Both of them are tied in on the same switch, and it runs great for it still being 2-barrel carbureted, so it's running great. But I mean, this is just what it can possibly just turn into once we get it cleaned up. But I mean, the whole rig we're playing with, I mean, it's not the worst. We do question the rear because it looks like spray paint.
Yeah, someone rattle canned it.
But I've changed a lot of the weather stripping on the exterior of this vehicle, and some of it doesn't want to stay in. But we did fix the tailgate. It does operate. But when we first started with it, I mean, this is what we started with. The whole Jeep looked like this. So this whole section still needs to be finished. As you can see, we've done this portion, but we still got to finish this. We still got to finish the roof.
They got a lot of overspray.
Yeah, there's a lot
places that they tried to half butt patch.
Right.
But they did a decent job on the inside.
The interior is fantastic. They took it to a reupholstery shop and had Lincoln Navigator foam put into it, and they added cup holders into the factory bench seat. The rear seat is fantastic. And then
the headliner.
Yeah, the headliner. He was a retired police officer, so he did the headliner with a tribute to the thin blue line, but there's no blue line. But I mean, it works out, because nothing gets thin blue line. I don't want thin blue line there, with me being used to be a firefighter. So, but I mean, as you can see, we've still got some work to do it, because I mean, that's the hood flexing. It looks like it needs updated panel bonding, versus I'm not sure what that is. It looks like
green
kitty hair.
Scrubby pads.
Yeah, they've got green scrubby pads. Whatever that is.
I think that used to be the RTB.
I do, okay. Probably factory panel bond. I don't know what AMC did back in the day, but I mean, it's got potential. I mean, look at this patina. And this was all just compound. We've yet to run the polish through it. I mean, but I mean, it glides for what it is. And we're not professionals. We are not proficient with a buffer whatsoever. I mean, we are using Harbor Freight tools. So, and we're just doing this so we can show you guys, even if you don't have experience, just let the machine do the work. You get the right compound, you get the right polish, and you follow the steps with the pads, and
Don't
you just
put pressure.
Yeah, don't put pressure, and you just keep it moving. It'll work out. So that's what we're just going to show you guys today, is it's possible to be able to do it on a budget. I mean, we're not even not even $100 into all of this equipment.
Not about $100, because I mean, getting the pads and everything. I mean, the buffer itself I got from Harbor Freight for $75. So it's not the best thing, but I mean, hey, it works. But we're gonna get into that now. We'll see y'all in a minute.
Hey guys, so as you can see, we just did the roof with a Brillo pad and Comet. I mean, less than $3 at the dollar store is all this takes, and I've used maybe not even half the can, so maybe a third, if that. But all you do is you just dust it, get your Brillo pad wet, and just walk in a circular motion, and then you'll feel it glide, and then there's rough spots that you'll feel, and you just stay on it till it just starts gliding smooth again. And it may not completely, but it'll get it better than what it was, and it helped that compound to help finish smoothing it out, because compound and polishing is nothing but fine sanding.
Yep.
All this Comet's going to do is it's
get rid of the dirt particles.
It's an easier wet sanding. It's more or less than wet sanding with 1,000 grit sandpaper, but way cheaper than buying sandpaper. So it's just a faster, easier wet sanding, and the compound with a heavy cut pad with a good compound
for your first set,
for your first pass, will really bring back the paint. And
the
now
key
I'm not.
To these
Yeah.
is when you use them, you don't want to push down. You push down, you're going to burn through your paint. Hello, spider. Get off. What you want to do is you want to have decent RPM and just let it glide.
We found that the 5 setting on this 6-inch DA from Harbor Freight works really great with this compound, because I mean, it is a high-speed compound, and so it works fantastic. But we found it works best at 5. And start with yourself about a 2x2 area, and I don't mean like 2 foot by 2 foot. I mean just
a small area.
Yeah.
I mean, when we do this, we don't do the whole hood at once. We separate it into pieces. Like, we honestly did at least 6 different spots separated
areas
on this hood. But like I said, just take your time. It's not a quick process. Start out with your heavy cut, then we're going to go down to a different pad, and then another pad after that. We're not going for a show quality finish on this, so we're not going with like the ultra fine cut, but we're going to get this to where the patina's looking real nice and it's nice and shiny.
We're just trying to make it a good going to town car, as Vice Grip likes to say.
Yeah.
We want to show up to a car show tomorrow, and somebody from 5 cars away will just go, whose rig is that?
You're straight up copying him. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so y'all keep an eye out. We're about to get into this. We'll show y'all the finished product later. Hopefully this turns out good.
Yeah, we don't have to compound this section, so move it over to the section we need to hit. We're going for a little walk, guys. Are you going?
All right, guys. So when you do this, you're gonna get your compound. Get a little bit on there. What I like to do is get just a few dabs. Then what you're gonna do, you don't want to start out immediately because it's gonna splatter it everywhere. So what I like to do is I like to press it in, kind of get it into the pad. See, I got it set on a 5. Start it. No pressure. have to lean it a little bit on the pad.
As you'll see him do this, he's going to go in a up and down and a side to side pattern.
As much as you can.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many videos out there that'll teach you how to do this properly. I mean, you got Chemical Guys, you got Ammo NYC, WD Detailing. There's so many of these guys that'll just show you how to do it. So we're not professionals by any means. We don't do this. You're getting dry.
Yep. I was just thinking that.
Well, you still get that whole section.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we are not professionals by any means, and it's not like this is a perfect vehicle. I mean, let's just be honest. We're just, and we're not saying this will work on newer vehicles. This is a lacquer paint from the 80s and so, that you'll find on most vehicles pre-90s. So it's just, this is what worked for this vehicle. You're gonna have to try it in small areas in a miscuous spot on your vehicle. So your newer vehicles, that's where you can watch and learn what works best. You may not need as much as a heavy cat like we did.
As you can see, guys, y'all saw it before. This is just the heavy cut. Let me grab a rag real quick. We're going to be doing a lot more. Usually you want to keep your rags separated. But as you can see, just that spot that I did is already better. And this is just the heavy cut. We still got couple more ones to go with.
Yeah.
But that was just a short little instructional.
Now we're going to put you guys on time lapse so you can really watch us just get this done quicker, because by no means is this a fast process. I will say we are about 4 to 5 hours in on this vehicle.
Already.
Yeah.
We still got a ways to go.
But if you're willing to put in the work, by all means, get it done. So we'll catch you guys on the time lapse. Y'all can watch us as the process speeds up. Hey guys, so finally finished polishing the compound, and now I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna hand wax. I'm using Chemical Guys butter wax. This stuff smells amazing. And this stuff smells amazing, and it will last over a year on your vehicle.
Suppose.
No, it did on the F-250.
Oh,
So all you do, small dab on your applicator pad, and then just dab it on, and just small circles. Rub it in, and you'll see your lines. You can see your lines as long as you've got good lighting. You'll be able to see your lines. It's not a problem. I mean, just overlap your circles, help it out, and then let it haze over. Once it hazes over, which I've already done one section, so here, I'll show you. So I've already done this spot right here, as you can see, but as you can see your haze. So it's fantastic. You'll be able to see your spot because I just previously did it to help just to get this process going quicker. Then take you a very clean rag. This is brand new out of the bag, and then you just, with a little firmness, just rub it in. So, and I mean, just watch the shine come out. And then I'll even buff out the spot I just did. You'll have a little bit come out, but that's okay. But just polish it out. And now, anytime it rains, it'll bead. And it'll stay cleaner, easier to keep bugs off, easier to maintain your paint. And you can do this on anything. So I'm going to speed this process up by using the buffer, but that's just showing you how to do it with a polishing pad by hand. I'm going to use cheap with the DA since we have it with a finishing pad, and we're going to run through this whole vehicle, and this time we're hitting all the windows. So we'll catch you guys back once it's fully done. All right, we're what, 8 hours total into this whole thing?
No, we started it, including last weekend, it's probably closer to 10 or 12.
10 to 12 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
So 12 hours to take paint from 83 that probably hasn't been properly cared for its whole life.
We know it hasn't been cared for a long time, because the last person who had this, they did so many, no offense if you're watching, but so many bad repairs paint-wise on this thing. It's never going to be what it is, or what it used to be.
It came from a college kid from Pennsylvania.
It came from a college kid, so
kid wanted off-road, I get it.
Yeah. But what we've done has taken this thing from looking not the greatest. This looks pretty dang good.
I'd drive to the store.
It's obviously never going to be what
perfect without repainting it.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
But we like the patina. We like the little bit of roughness. But the fact that we got a little bit of shine on there, it looks good. It looks clean. Yeah, there's a couple spots where rust came through and got painted over really bad. But other than that, this thing looks great. We're going to try and find a before picture and put it on the video.
I've got the photos from the original Facebook post whenever I went and looked at it. So I'm going to put a couple of those photos in on this, just that way you could really see what it looked like beforehand to where we've got it now. Because since we picked it up, I drove it 50 miles from where I picked it up to where it went on a U-Haul trailer, and I drug it the rest of the way home. Got it here, we dropped the fuel cell, we slowed the leak down. We didn't fix it, we're not sure if that's still leaking or not. But we definitely slowed the leak down where it's drivable and it's not going to blow us up.
Yeah.
Tank's back in, I've changed weather stripping on the doors. We got the rear window where it goes up and down perfectly fine now. So now it was deal with the small stuff, get it waterproof inside. Now we make it a good going to town rig.
Yeah, we mainly did this kind of in a rush because we found out there's a car show near us soon. Obviously, not going to try and enter this thing in any prize or nothing, but we just wanted to look good. So
have a chance.
Yeah, I mean, we're not competing, obviously, not until we get the rain.
You don't know what I'm doing.
But that's gonna be it for today, guys. Hope y'all like what we did. Hopefully y'all might have learned a little bit of something. We actually learned a little bit while we were doing this. So I'm Nick.
I'm Brandon. We'll see you next time on whatever project it is.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one.